The first time Elias Voss saw the photograph, he knew something was wrong with it. Not in the way a picture might be overexposed or marred by dust. No, this was something deeper, something unnatural. It was an image of the Andromeda Galaxy, taken by the Deep Space Observatory Helios 9 a routine capture meant for public archives. But as Elias zoomed in, his breath caught in his throat. There, nestled among the distant stars, was a shape, a vast spiraling structure that shouldn't have been there, a structure that, the more he stared, seemed to stare back. Elias was an astrophysicist, a man who had spent his life chasing the cold, indifferent truths of the cosmos. He believed in equations, in the predictable dance of celestial bodies, but this defied explanation. The structure wasn't just an anomaly, it was impossible. Its geometry twisted in ways that made his eyes water, angles folding inward like a fractal wound in the fabric of space itself. Worse still, when he blinked, the image changed. Subtle shifts in the pattern, as though it were adjusting itself to his observation. He tried to rationalize it, a glitch in the data, an artifact of compression. But when he cross-referenced the original files, the structure remained, and when he showed it to his colleague Dr. Mara Kessler, she saw something entirely different. It looks like a face, she whispered, her voice hollow. Elias frowned. No, it's more like a tunnel, or a Mara's monitor flickered. The image moved. The spirals contracted, dilated, and for a single, heart-stopping moment, Elias saw it. A vast, lidless eye, staring not just at him, but through him, as though his entire existence were nothing more than a fleeting shadow cast against an infinite void. Mara screamed, the screen shattered. That was the first death. Mara was found in her apartment 3 days later, her body contorted in impossible ways, her spine bent backward like a broken doll's. The coroner ruled it a seizure, but Elias knew better. He had seen the way her eyes were wide open, frozen in an expression of pure, uncomprehending terror. And when he checked her computer, he found the same photograph, only now, the structure had grown larger, its tendrils creeping toward the edges of the frame. Elias should have stopped there. He should have burned the files, wiped the drives, and never looked back. But he couldn't. The thing in the photograph had seen him, and worse, it remembered . His research led him to an old, half-forgotten project buried in the archives of the European Space Agency. Project Lazarus an experimental deep field imaging system designed to capture the faintest light from the edges of the observable universe. The project had been scrapped in 1987 after the lead scientist, Dr. Emil Richter, committed suicide, leaving behind a single cryptic note. It watches, it waits. Do not let it in. Elias tracked down Richter's old notes, his hands trembling as he pored over the brittle, yellowed pages. The scientist had been attempting to photograph something beyond the cosmic microwave background. Something older than the universe itself. His final entry was a single line, scrawled in frantic, shaking script. The camera doesn't capture light. It captures souls. That night, Elias dreamed of the structure. It was no longer confined to the photograph. It surrounded him, enveloped him, its spiraling arms folding into dimensions his mind couldn't comprehend. A voice, if it could be called a voice, whispered from the abyss. You have seen. Now you will witness. He woke to the sound of something moving in his apartment, not an intruder. Something worse. The shadows stretched too long, their edges too sharp. The air smelled of ozone and something else. Something old. And when he looked at his computer screen, the photograph was open again, the structure now consuming half the frame. Elias knew then that it wasn't just an image, It was a asterisk door asterisk, and it was opening. He fled to the asterisk Helios 9 asterisk control center, desperate to purge the data before whatever was lurking in that photograph fully emerged. But when he arrived, the facility was empty. The monitors were all displaying the same image. The structure, now so vast it eclipsed the galaxy entirely. And in the center, something was moving. Something was asterisk coming through asterisk. The last thing Elias saw before the screaming started was his own reflection in the blackened screen. His eyes wide, his mouth open in a silent scream. And behind him, looming in the darkness, a shape that defied geometry, defied reason, defied asterisk reality asterisk. The transmission cut out after that. The asterisk Helios 9 asterisk was never heard from again. But if you know where to look, if you dig deep enough into the dark corners of the web, you might find the photograph. And if you do, remember this: it is not just an image, it is an invitation, and sooner or later, asterisk, it will see you too. Asterisk.